Hey you guys, Kay here on the homestead. I'm having my raised beds rebuilt. We've actually got 5 down and 2.5 to go. All the wood was rotted except for the cedar. So if you're building raised beds, keep that in mind. You will be rebuilding your raised beds within 2 years if you don't use wood that is resistant to rot and moisture. It was actually the guy that runs the cedar mill. He told me that they have dug up cedar that's been underwater for decades and it's still fine. I mean, red cedar has white parts and red parts, and that's what makes the beautiful pattern, you know, the red against the white. Well, the white will rot, but the red doesn't. I'm not going to be out here long, but I just decided I had to salvage my celery. This is what they look like. The front row has been reduced. That one, and that one has been redone. And they are now 4x8s. Is a much better size than 6x8s because you just can't reach the middle that well. But I started with 8x8s. So I reduced to 6x8, but still it was a little difficult. The reason though, I would have kept it, but the reason I did it is so that I had more space here for a fence, because I just said, you know, I cannot keep working and raising food in these raised beds and have all the animals just come and forage off the buffet. So anyway, I've got these 3 done, and those 2 back there are done. They're all another 8-inch high, so they're 8 inches higher, so it's much better and less bending for me, especially on the uphill side. The back side is not so bad, but you know, it's a big drop off here, so the back sides are a lot higher than the front sides. At any rate, there was I've got my broccoli growing in there. I'm going to harvest my first one and I'm going to eat it tonight, and I'm going to show you. I had celery growing in this one, and that, you know, in order to build the sides, it all got disrupted, dumped over, and I said, you know, am I really going to let this die? And I said, no, I'm not going to let this die. I am going to repot it. And that's what I'm doing in here. This was my ginger bucket. You know, there's all this extra soil left over. All of this has to go back in the beds, but I just decided to take some of it and fill up this. There was virtually no dirt left. It was all roots when I harvested the ginger. So I have filled that up with really good soil. I have added my IV Organics all-purpose plant fertilizer with 6 macro and micronutrients. Check it out. Use my discount code. Go to ivorganics.com and use K10 at checkout, and you'll get 10% off. This is what was just laying over there. And so I am burying that in here, and I've got a small one. Let's see. You can see that? I got a small one here, and I got a medium one here. And then I'm going to put this bigger one here, and I've got another big one over there. Come out. Wait. Come here. There you go. She just jumped into the broccoli. Okay, so I may have to put this one. There's another one way over there that has some onions in it. I may have to put that in there. Okay. Just wanted to point out, this is a pro tip in case you're new at growing celery. If you ever get this to go to seed, you'll have celery for the rest of your life. Puts out a lot of seed. Anyway, you see how sandy this soil is? The batch that I bought last year, not this year, to fill up these beds, had a lot of sand in it, and celery grows great in sand. My neighbor in California grew up in Florida, and he said celery grew great in Florida. So that's just a little FYI. And somewhere in here you'll see the celery root. There's a big, well, it's kind of buried, but you know, there's a big root in there that some people like to cook that, but it's kind of buried right now. Okay, I'm gonna get this in. Okay, here's a quick peek. Something tells me that this wants to start blooming because all the little lighter colored things happening here. So this one is about that big, and I don't see why I can't go ahead and do it. You know, the last thing I want to do is to let them all sprout, which I've done before. And there's more, but this is the biggest one, I think. So I'm going to start with this one. There we go. Oh, that smells so good. I feel like eating that raw. Look at that. That looks like a wedding bouquet, right? Tell me, am I right about those little yellow, you know, they're starting to make, I just have a feeling it's about to sprout. I mean, you know, put up seed heads. So, Hey, look who's here, it's Jack. He's helping me with the grinding the leaves, and boy did I need help. Thank you, Jack.
Oh, no problem at all.
He'll be back to help me maybe, right?
Yes, that's for sure.
All right. Okay, so I didn't even check this, but I can't even lift this now. I can't even lift it. Ugh. So just be careful, folks. If you buy a big tub like that and you fill it full of dirt, it's heavy. I recommend not getting one quite that big, but you know, it sure was great for ginger, and that whole thing could fill up with celery if it takes off. We'll see. They've been uprooted for 2 or 3 days now, so this is a last-ditch effort to save them.
Deal.
All right. And I think it's so heavy now it'll stay on there. When it's light, nope. This is what I hate about this thing. This thing costs like $35.
It's like,
and it won't even stay on. I don't get it.
okay.
You almost have to put your foot on the caster thing.
Okay.
Yep. Why can't we invent something that actually works?
Literally. Let's see, so you want it on that side or?
Put your foot on it, and that way, push it that way and that way. Maybe just kick it, kind of kick it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Over there, more that way.
Okay, I got you.
Watch it, it's gonna come off. See, it's
These
just
wells
such a
get hung.
pain. Golly. There's gotta be a better way. I mean, what good is it if you can't roll the plants around on it, right?
Exactly.
I'm gonna give it some fertilizer, and yeah, lifting up one side will be.
Yeah. Like I said, I ain't much grip on this thing.
I know. It's almost easier without gloves, you know.
Yeah.
Gloves slippery. Just kick it forward more.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Oh, you're good.
And I'll just put this on. Put the lock on. The lock does work.
The locks work?
Yeah, you know, in other words, it'll keep it from rolling away.
Well, that's good.
But it doesn't help in the way that it needs to. Oh gosh, why did I make it so heavy? Okay. This is a little fish fertilizer, which is a liquid emulsion that's taken up very quickly by the roots, as opposed to the powdered, which is a slow release, and these need some help right away. Okay, and I put my electric coil, my electroculture coil in here. Maybe that'll help them a little bit too. Okay, all right, celery. This is the other one. I was going to clear out this extra stuff. This is actually, you know what that is? That's wild lettuce. Huh. I better hang on to that. Find me a different place to put. Well, I could do, no, that's my hostas. My hostas are in there. I can't disturb that. And I'll show you what I did here. A couple of pictures. I harvested my own onions that were about that big, not very big. They were bunching onions, just green onions that had gotten to be about that big, and I thought, hey, why not try to regrow them? So I put 5 in there, and you know, just put the leaves on and put this here to keep the cats from digging in it. So we'll see if they come up. Pretty soon though, everything's gonna have to go inside. We're gonna have mid-20s 4 nights this week, so all this stuff has to come inside. I didn't want to take a chance, and I just covered all of that with a double layer of frost blanket because it's going to be 30 tonight. And if it says 30, it could be 29, 28, you never know. So, that pile right there is my sorrel. And there's another thing of celery in there, and then there's comfrey in there. I'm gonna go get my broccoli and make a little salad. So I'm right here beside the broccoli bed, and I just wanted to show you this carpet down here. Most of this is chickweed. This is all chickweed, and chickweed is an amazing weed. You can make salve, balm, and tincture, and I'm absolutely going to do that. In fact, I ought to just start the tincture today. Yeah. Okay, I've got the salad. Look at this. Now, the walnuts, the apple, and the eggs. These are farm eggs, local. But the apple and walnuts are organic. I didn't grow those. But I grew the broccoli, the chickweed, which is at the bottom, and the scallion, and these are my fermented tomatoes and peppers. And let's see what else is in there. Yeah, I guess that's it. Let's try it. I think it's only right that we try the broccoli first. I've got just balsamic and extra virgin olive oil on here. Let's try that chickweed. I've never eaten chickweed. Looks kind of like sprouts. Let's try it. That's interesting. Wow. Let's try this fermented pepper. It's Jack down there, working away. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Am I making you hungry? Wow. Let's see. Start again. Broccoli, chickweed. Wow. So good. Oops. Get down there. I ran out of vodka, so I went to a smaller jar. Wait a second. That's wild. That's a wild lettuce leaf, I think. That's okay. Get in there. Okay, there we go. You just want all of your plant matter covered by the at least 80 proof vodka for a tincture. Meanwhile, I'm going to go get some more. Each day you want to turn it upside down to get it mixed in good, and then in about 6 to 8 weeks you take it and strain it and put it in an amber bottle and store it in a dark place. Even while it's doing this, you want to store it in a cabinet. Okay, wow. This is the next morning, and look at this. I got everything covered up. There's sorrel under there. I'm not sure what else, but look, I've got ice. Oh my gosh. Wow! It was just supposed to be 30. Holy smokes. Oh man, it's cold out here. I am so glad my broccoli is covered. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, are you okay? You're looking a little droopy. You need water. As it warms up, I'll get you some water, okay? Oh wow, look at that broccoli in the middle. Look at that. Look at that big bad boy there. Wow. I love you guys. Okay? Just hang in there till it warms up a little, all right? Gotta get back inside. All right. Ooh, burr. And I covered up that other celery with plastic. And my comfrey is down there covered up just with shade cloth. Oh man, it's cold. Whew. Oh, and I covered up that sorrel over there. Look at that. Ooh, frost. All we need is love, right? Okay. Look at that sparkling. Can you see the sparkling? Wow. It is just like diamonds. Okay. Gotta get back inside. Wow. That's the first ice I've seen here. Yeah. But hey, purple dead nettle? No problem. How is it even possible? Wow. Brr. Oh, my table is sparkling like diamonds. Can you see it? No, I don't think you can see it. Oh. I'm acting like you've never seen frost before. Okay, I just heard from my friend Gina that saw Danny and Wanda's video this morning, which I haven't seen yet because I've been working on my own video. And I'm supposed to cover up all that manure because the sun is going to rob it of its nitrogen. So I got to get some more hay. I've already got a text in to Randy. Hopefully I can get some hay pronto. Oh, you haven't seen the gourds in a while. Now, Daryl warned me they would look absolutely horrible. But in the spring, they'll look fine. All that's going to shed off. Isn't that amazing? I find that quite amazing. Now, if I had any sense, I would build a fire. or have a fire going. But it's all clean still from when the chimney sweep was here, and I have to make my wood stove video. So I want to start with a clean stove and go from there. So hopefully I can get that done maybe today.